Okay guys, in this video I will show you a trick that you actually don't find in other videos. Shifter stuck, can fix it in an hour or less. Not that I've done that once. If I had to do that again, I'll guarantee you in less than 45 minutes I will get it down. But I would consider 1 hour, little piece of string like you will see in the video, cost zero. It will be permanently fixed, and it's also reversible. So if someone wanted to do the real fix and change those micro switches, that person can do it. But basically, central console, you open the cover, remove the cover, 4 screws, takes 3 minutes. Take 2 screws inside the central cover to remove that central console, takes a minute. You have 2 on the side. Once you pop up the little boot of the parking brake, same thing, take a couple of minutes. Then you pop out the central console gently, but you wiggle it and pop it out. It's pretty easy to do. And then you have to remove those connectors. I put in that video a few tips about those connectors, how to remove that. You have 7 of them, at least for that car, based on the options. Once you got that out, use that string, keep it tight. I will show you in a video how to hook that so that it's not affecting any functionality of the car. It will never cause you any issues, any frustration. You will never be stuck again. It costs $0. And if you wanted to make that reversible, you can make that reversible compared to other videos where they're showing you how to snap a plastic piece, which it takes you more disassembly to access that. And it is not reversible, or it is reversible, but then you need to change some more parts and yada yada. So hopefully you guys like it. Get on that video, give me some thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one. Okay guys, you've seen one of my previous videos that was really appreciated about the shifter stuck in park. That problem has became worse on my car. The trick was to press slightly forward, press on the parking brake, and then the latch, and go in gears like drive or whatever gear you want to be on. However, it's been much more complicated the last few months. When it started acting, even that trick is not working. So the next step is to either replace the micro switches underneath, or to cut the little pieces, or just to strap it out of position to unlock the mechanism all the time. So whatever solution you would want to do if you're watching that video, at the end of the day, the work is still the same. You need to disassemble the central console, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And first part, you open that compartment. You have 2 little plastic cap and 2 screws here. I just removed them. They're right here for now. Those little plastic cap. Then I'm actually going to unscrew that cover to get it out of the way. You don't have to, but I think it's better so you don't scratch the corners right here. Remove the boot where you have like 2 screws. Those 2 that you need to remove, so you can remove that side part here, and then we should be able to unclip the entire assembly very gently and disconnect everything that is connected, as a warning light, the seat warmers, the entire traction, even the light underneath for that. So let's go one step at a time and I will review that. Okay guys, so far I removed the cover, torque screw, that's a T10. You have 4 of them, very easy. Put that on the side, put back the screws on the cover so I know where it belongs to. Those 2 screws, 2 caps, and those 2 on the side. Put them in a sandwich bag, put that aside for part 1. And I start unsnapping the side here. I am not sure that it needs to be apart to be able to lift that, but sounds like it is. but not all the way. To be able to lift that portion, this one will block it. So what I did, I partially unsnapped it very carefully, put it on the side, and you can see that there is nothing linked anymore. So I don't need to go any further than that. And I start gently prying the central console up, and so far so good. I got most of it. I want to be careful, but like basically all the lower portion is up. I'm gonna stop the video again and do that with both of my hands to try to be as gentle as possible and unstop everything. Then remove the connectors, and that should be a big part of the step. And so far so good. Okay, sorry for the noise, because I'm not in park, but you have to put a neutral or another gear to be able to leave that assembly completely. I just want to show you, like those connections right here, you have two here, you have two there, you may have some other ones, but it actually unclipped pretty easy. Now it's floating. I'm going to remove all the connectors, all the connections underneath, and remove that assembly, put it back on park. Actually close your door and it will stop beeping. Anyway, I needed to be kind of laying on the seat so I can see underneath a little bit better those connectors. I got them all, so I can remove the entire central console. We'll do some dusting as well on it. I just wanted to point out a couple of things. The one for the warning was pretty easy. You have a little tab on the bottom to press. They're kind of like all the same, but all slightly different. So they're a little bit painful to remove. The one for the seat warmer, that one popped out pretty easily. I must have pressed on the right side, but same thing. You have a little tab on the bottom right there. Same on the other side. The one for the cigarette lighter, you have one on the side as well. It's a press tab, but they're not as easy as it looks. And here I had some for the Touring Sport mode, traction control, and the cigarette lighter. Same thing. You have a press tab right here. That one, actually, you had a little tab to lift on the other connection. Very gently lift, and you can slide it out. And that one got a press tab. So that one was a different style. But again, I want to show that because it's been actually surprisingly way more complicated to remove those. What I got like 7 connections total than removing the entire part here. So that part is actually easier than I thought, but just be gentle, you know, wiggle back and forth and slowly pop it out and make sure what's around so you're not scratching anything. But you see, it's clipped in actually 6 places right here, and then clip down and those 2 screws. Okay, next step is to remove the boot. That should be an elastic boot. You just remove it from the other rubber part that it's clipped on, so that we can access the inside. I'm starting to get a piece of it, and you can see like how dirty it is everywhere. So see, so just slowly pull and then snap it. I got that side already. I'm gonna do that off video and get it off. Okay, that part is pretty easy, you know, gently pull on all sides. And let's make sure also, like what I would do is get some kind of grease on that side that was underneath. I'll make sure now that I have clean access to everything. I'm gonna do a quick vacuum for the dust. I will make sure I clean everything back before I put it, so it's nice and shiny. Okay, let's go to the next step. Okay, a couple more things, and for the one that are not interested, you can skip and go to the next part of the video. But I think that every job, you know, as you maintain that clean and organized, it's a lot easier to put back together. You can access all the little cracks. So I kind of like went through everything that I could access and remove the dust and the pieces and vacuum a little bit. There was tons of debris, so it's a lot cleaner, kind of look almost new. Anyway, and I wanted to show one more thing also. Those nice seals for the vents. You can see how they're hanging, but how they're stuck, so I will place them back. It's like completely a part of the regular vent. I don't know why it shifted like that. It should be left in place, but I'm going to place them back as well. Okay, I want to show like just lifting the boots, because you have little tabs here to remove that part. I'm a little bit anxious, you know, when you start pulling and you're doing things that you can easily break some little tabs, and I don't want anything floating, or I want to keep the integrity of the car. But if you look at the part that is causing the issue, is that one. If you go just below, right here, you see how I can articulate that part. The point is to keep it blocked that way, and then you can, I don't have my two hands, I'll try to hold the camera in the front way. Okay, it's not really possible, but anyway, I just tested it. When you press on that, you press on the tab, you can move the shifter very easily. Once you release it, you cannot move it anymore. So the point is to keep it in that position. So I'm going to try if I can either, because it's just plastic, there is no metal contact, there is no heat in that area, to see if I can snag it with a wire or a rope and tangle that somewhere, maybe attach that somewhere right here. Or if I can just put a blocker on that shaft. It's not sliding on that shaft, the shaft is sliding out of that component right here. So if I can just block it in that position, then I'm good. That avoid to cut the part like some other people are doing. That avoids to remove all the other parts and can make the job way easier, way cleaner, and also reversible, you know, easily reversible. One day if I want, or if I was to sell the car and someone want the full integrity of the car, the full functionality, and change those micro switches, then he can do that, remove the little blocker that I would put in place, take everything apart, change the micro switches, and we're done. Okay, let me try to see what I can do and I will update you. Okay guys, after multiple attempts and trying to do everything, like a lot of things, I wanted to make sure I was doing like a reversible process in case it needs to be fixed later, and micro switch can be changed or whatever. I was able to, just removing the boot of the shifter, put a string around. So I put that above, then I press on the bottom to activate it, to move it, and I was able to slide it backward, and now I can put on it. So I'm just going to tie it around right here under tension. It will be basically floating, there is no heat, nothing that could affect the functionality of the car, and anytime can be snapped, pulled out, and it's reversible. So hope that helps. I'm going to finish that and pursue the video. Okay guys, I'm sure you can come up with another solution, but to achieve the same results, I was able to put that string around that little culprit over there, like pretty much like melt the two ropes together, or the two strings together, so I can get it from underneath and tie a knot and keep it under tension. So it is under tension. Now I can move without pressing on the button. It doesn't move, so it is still safe. That part is not cut. Again, it is working, it is under tension. I just need to trim that and put everything back together. Hope it helps, but it's definitely a very easy reversible process. And also I just had to pop the boot out and not remove everything else, all those little parts, so it's going to be very fast to put back together. Okay guys, final product, tight string. I just trimmed it and I was going to melt it, but I trimmed it and it just went off. It was too short and it went off, so I'm going to leave it as is. I made that shorter, but I trimmed that way further, and I will let that pinch as is under the boot. It would be completely hidden, and like that it will not move. And now, like, I can literally move that very easily without the brake. can't, just have to press on the lock. So it's safe and sound, and it's completely reversible. Hope you guys like that trick. Very easy. Just take those kind of nylon cord, put that around. I would use screwdriver to put that behind. I put that above, then I press on the bottom to activate to move that plastic part so that the string could fall behind, and then it's very easy. So it's actually, I thought it was going to be hard. It's a 2-minute process. Okay, hope you guys enjoy. Okay, you see those 2 little pieces of string right here. I'm going to leave them here. I put back the boot. It's been cleaned earlier, like I said in the video. I'm going to put back the central console, clip it, or put all the 7 connectors first, clip it, put the rest. It should be about a 10-15 minute process. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, so now you can make that process reversible, and you also don't have to take all those little parts. Just like once you remove the central console, pop the boot out, do your little thing with the string, and you're all good to go. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy. See you in the next video. Okay, I just put the central console assembly. I connected everything from the top to the bottom. Not sure if there is a best order to do that, but it worked pretty well. You have to squat and go behind, try to line them up. It's not that complicated. Put them all. Make sure you count all the way to 7, or depending on the car you have. I have different options than some of the cars. Put all 7 of them, then line them. You will see through those gaps to line up with that kind of like blue plastic where we've seen it was clipping. Lining up properly, and then press, and it will literally clips. Go all the way to the end. Just gotta put those 2 screws on that side, and then put that boot and that cover, and we're all done. Job completed. Everything is nice and clean. That baby is ready to go on the road, and no issues anymore. This is a complete fix. And it is reversible and permanent. Hope you guys enjoyed.